Okay, so here's my park up for the night, and here is a graveyard. I don't feel like I've thought this through, have I? Now, I've come to an area that I go to quite a lot, but I very, very rarely, if ever, make a YouTube video here. So I figured, why not? And that place is the Helford Passage. I've literally parked right on the right in the bushes here. So the reason I've come here is because there's a pub here where I'm going to go for dinner. Yes, dinner, because it is 5 o'clock in the evening already. I'm a bit late starting this week's video. Normally I would park in the car park and then just have the short walk down, but because the car park's absolutely full, I've had to park up at the top of the road there, which is fine walking down to it, but on the way back it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. I'm obviously not going to stay there tonight because where I'm parked is pretty hilly, but I do have somewhere in mind that I'm going to stay, and that is just slightly up the road somewhere, if I can remember how to get there. And this location where I've decided to park tonight, I'm not 100% sure about it, but you'll find out why a bit later. So the plan is we're going to walk down to the beach down here, we're going to go for dinner at the pub, and then I'm going to walk back up to the van, move the van and settle down for the night. You understand why I've come here now? Look at that view! FBI isn't the Federal Bureau of Investigation, it actually means Ferry Boat Inn, which is the pub. You just take these steps down to the pub and down to the beach. So here's a fun fact about the Helford Passage. You won't know this because I don't think I've ever shared it, but I actually proposed to my wife down here. But it wasn't this beach down here, it was one further along because, well, I wasn't going to get down on one knee in front of, well, at the time, at least 50 people. We actually took a nice little sort of coastal walk along this road and down to the next beach where I just kind of got down on one knee and said the thing that you say. She obviously said yes because we're married now. And then just literally a few steps down that little path, you come to this completely empty beach. I mean, it's low tide at the moment, so it looks pretty big, but that's what she said. But to be fair, you know, when the tide's in, I mean, you've still got a bit of beach there. And I remember when we came down here, and we walked all the way down to the end there, because there were people walking, doing their sort of like Christmas holiday walk, you know? So it was still fairly busy, a little bit too busy for me. But anyway, that's enough about the history of how I asked my wife to marry me. Let's go get some dinner, because I am starving.
How many do you have? No worries.
I'll go wherever, I don't mind. So I think I've come to the one pub on the Helford that does mainly fish dishes. There's no steak. Thank you. Thank you very much. It feels like such a shame to be sort of walking away from a beautiful sunny beach to head back to the van, but if I stay down there I'm just going to end up just drinking loads and then I won't be able to move the van at all. So, and I'm not sleeping on that hill. This is a alternative route back up if you don't want to go back up the stairs. Thinking about it with a stomach full of cheeseburger and chips, I probably should have taken the stairs. Tell you what, I worked up quite the sweat walking up that hill, but luckily I've got a new toy. This is my new toy, and what it is a handheld high-speed fan. Even on the low setting, that's nice. Right, 3 settings. And the motor in this high-speed fan turns at 19,000 RPM. This fan is by a company called aecooly, or I think that's how you pronounce it. And they are today's video sponsor. This fan isn't the only thing that they've sent me as well. They've also sent me this case, which inside has a number of things. So essentially what this is, the thing that comes in this big case, is almost like a multi-tool. So they're actually essentially calling this their camper kit, which is the ultimate all-in-one outdoor solution for every adventure. And it comes with 11 accessories to meet your outdoor adventure needs. Everything you could possibly need. It's got this little hook in it as well, so for instance, if you did connect the fan like this big oscillating fan, one thing that's really good is it's all magnetic, so it kind of just goes together really nicely. So just say you wanted this on the ceiling, you could just hang it up by this and then just have it above you, and it sounds like a helicopter. Listen. But likewise, you could do the same with the torch or the light. You could just literally hang it up when you're camping. And another light, but this is more of like a soft glow. Give you some mood lighting when you're talking to camera. So whereas this one only does one thing very, very well, and that is be a fan, this one is a fan, a flashlight, an air pump, a charger for your phone or for whatever, a laptop. This thing, which I'm not even sure what it is, I think this creates a spark so that you can light like fires and stuff. Wow! I think this here is like that's a pump for an airbed. So if you're interested in their camper kit or their fan, then check out my link in the description. Thank you again to aecooly for sponsoring today's video. Right, now we need to get to our park up for the evening, if I can remember how to get there. Pretty sure though we're going to be sort of left alone for the majority of the night, so that's exactly what I need right now. That over there is a graveyard. I mean, I have no idea why I thought this would be a good idea to spend the night next to a graveyard, but considering even just walking in the woods at night scares the shit out of me. But you know, you've got to conquer these fears, haven't you, just by doing it. I mean, it's not like I'm sleeping in the graveyard. I am going to be sleeping in the van. But when it gets pitch black tonight, probably about midnight, I'm going to put on my big boy pants and I'm going to take a wander through that graveyard. That'll be fun, right? Worst case scenario, if I do get really scared, at least there's cows here and they can probably protect me in my sleep. That's a thought. Do cows even sleep? I mean, they obviously do, but do they lay down? Do they stand? This is a Catholic church. And they're ringing the bells at like 9 o'clock at night. Is that normal? Have I chosen like the worst nights to come down here? Are they going to be here all night? Are they doing some sort of event? Some Catholic event? Or maybe they just turn up to do some bell ringing. That's pretty cool though. It's going to be a long old night if that goes on all night. It is officially night time. I thought that time lapse that I set was going to do the whole sunset, but it didn't. Shut off for some reason. I believe, looking at my CCTV, that all the cars have left. Every now and then a light comes on. And I'm wondering whether there's just like a spotlight out there when you go out there. I figured as it's dark I can take this with me and use the flashlight that it comes with. I think I'll go out the back way. Turn the light off. Let's not give the game away just yet. So that light up there is obviously on a sensor. So I'm in the graveyard. Okay, full disclosure, God, that light is really intense. Let's turn it down. Oh, that's even worse. Right, I don't really know which way to point this light without sort of blinding you. Kind of cheating having a big torch, I guess. Oh, this is where, I mean, a lot of these graves are quite old. I mean, this one's, oh wow, that person was only 13 when they died. That's really sad. Okay, I've turned the light off, now it's scary. Let me get my light on my phone. It might be a bit less intense. So I've done some weird things in my life. I've never actually been to a graveyard at night time with my friends or anyone, just not even on my own. And here I am. I mean, I'll be honest, I've walked through the woods and got really scared because I've heard noises and things, but this isn't scaring me. It's actually, in a weird way, quite peaceful. What was that though? Okay. I'm starting to feel like I'm hearing things, but I'm probably not hearing anything. What the hell? Okay, that's weird. that grave there is open. That's really, really not okay. My memory card's gonna die as well. Okay, that's actually freaked me out. I'm gonna get out of here. Let me in, let me in, let me in. Oh God. Well, on the plus side, this light worked. It completely lit up my face. To be honest, I found that absolutely fine. It was actually quite peaceful being amongst all the graves, but as soon as I saw that one, that, you know, it was like one of those graves that's not under the ground, it's like a tomb type one, and the lid had been moved off, and I had a little look inside, and I couldn't see like a skeleton, but there was definitely something in there, and that freaked me out. And then I just needed to get out of there. And then unfortunately my SD card on this camera got full, so it cut out. But there was no way I was going to stand in that graveyard in the pitch black deleting old files off this card just so that I could carry on filming. So I just had to get back to the van. But I'm here, I'm safe, I'm locked in, so nobody's getting in. I'm gonna get the bed ready and try and get a night's sleep after that. Right, that's me all ready for bed. I'm probably just gonna use this all night long. I might be able to like suspend it somewhere so it can just like cool me down throughout the whole night. Look at this. I now have, it's got a tripod mount at the bottom. That's me set for the evening. Ha! Look at that. But anyway, fingers crossed I don't get woken up in the night by any of Scooby-Doo's friends. And hopefully I'll just see you in the morning and not like in the middle of the night. Don't curse it, Sean. Anyway, I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good morning, Vietnam. So, this bad boy last night probably saved the day. Surprisingly hot in here. Right, I need to get up and hit the road. Okay, so the coast looks clear on the CCTV. This mat, all in the way. Let's go see the cows. Good morning, cows. Hey. So in true stealth camping fashion, I'm going to get out of here before people start to show up. I'd like to say thank you again to everybody that supports the channel through buying me a beer through the link in the description. Also, everybody that's a member, but also thank you to all of you that come back every week. I mean, not all of you came back last week when I was talking about my garage, but that's understandable. I was a little bit off topic. But thank you again for watching. Ugh. I mean, all in all, I actually slept really well. Like, considering I thought I was going to be scared all night because of the graveyard. Nope, slept like a baby. But, you know, I am pretty tired all the time at the minute, so, you know, that's probably why. But other than that, I'll see you next week. Cheers.